Hey, yeah, so I'm back. This is probably now a part 2 because I stopped the video. And here it is. It's really cold, but my classrooms are boiling hot. It is like easily 90 degrees in the classroom, so I think I'll be okay. I'm just gonna wait till I get to school to start drinking it. Another thing I wanted to talk about actually is that I went in this Christmas. I went in this, I forgot to lock this in again. Every time I turn off the car, it opens up. Okay, so it's a blooper one. Here's the sun. So every time I go into Christmas season, I always think, all right, I'm gonna take it easy this year. I'm not gonna buy a lot of stuff. And actually in the beginning of the year, I said, oh, you know what? If I buy all my stuff within the first couple of months on these like winter sales with people, you know, with stores getting rid of all their winter items to make way for the spring, I can just buy these winter items that would normally be full price on sale and then hold on to it and gift it for Christmas that year. So I actually did that. I bought beautiful coat poncho from Massimo Dutti for my mother-in-law. I bought a beautiful blanket and some items for, you know, family members and in-laws. I said, okay, good. I'm pretty much done for the year. And then come November and December, and then like I still spend pretty much the same amount because I have to buy for Sophia, I buy for Joe, I haven't even bought for my mom yet. Like I need to go get her a couple of items. I think I have 1 or 2 things, but they're small. You know, she specifically asked for something and she's watching this. So I know she's relaxed. Yeah. Didn't go shopping yet. We only have a few days. I'm like, I know, Mom. I know. But actually, speaking of my mom, hi Mom. I went out to see her yesterday. Picked her up to take her for a nice drive around the city, to see some sights and just enjoy the views. Winter time in the city. We went down Park Avenue, 5th Avenue, not Park, and saw all the museums from the outside. Beautiful buildings. You saw the trees, the park, and you just realize how fortunate we are to live in New York City. Such a beautiful place. It has the potential to be very beautiful in many places. It can be ugly in some, but when it's beautiful, it's beautiful. And we loved going down 5th Avenue, seeing all the buildings, the homes, and the museums. Then we went through the park. So you get to drive through the park, you know, at different spots along the park as you drive down. And we went over to the west side. We went uptown again and saw the Museum of Natural History, which I think is the most beautiful museum. People argue it's the Met. I think it's the Museum of Natural History. And we went up to my school, actually. I went to high school on 88th Street, the Trevor Day School. It's a lovely school. I really liked the school. It was such a positive, wonderful environment. And I work now in a public school. That was a private school. I got very lucky, or my mom did anyway, in managing to get me in there on pretty much full scholarship. So, yeah, I just realized how fortunate I was to be in that environment. Not that I'm saying anything bad about public school systems, but especially not Forest Hills, because Forest Hills is wonderful. However, it was a different philosophy with education there. The classes were, they had the advantage of having really small classes and very high tuition, so they had a lot of money to spend on a small group of students, and you could tell. But we had like a student area where you could hang out, and it's not really hang out. There were kind of like sofas there. There were sofas, comfortable chairs, tables, and work chairs, like wooden chairs, but also comfy chairs. All the teachers would have a desk there, and there would be computer stations, and you actually had free periods throughout the day. So unlike in public school, or the public schools I've been to, there are no free periods. Like a student is going from one class to the next, and they've got 4 minutes to get there. It is like military style almost. So there's no like downtime unless you're having lunch, or you have like a gym class, but you're still, you're forced to do something, maybe an art class of some sort. But otherwise, you are occupied. There's like no real free time. So I was able to do all my work, relax, spend time with people I knew. Can I park here? No. On a regular basis throughout the day, maybe like a couple of hours actually. So it was really, really, really a wonderful, actually, I'm not going to go down here, a really wonderful environment for me. So, yeah, we continued driving up, and then we saw St. John the Divine, which is a Catholic church. It's a cathedral. It's big and beautiful. Let me see. I'm trying to find a spot while I'm talking to you without getting too distracted, and I found one. Great. So, there is a fountain. We didn't go inside, but we saw a beautiful fountain that I knew was there. Very strange, very unusual. And I love it because it made me think of like the movie 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It had like very Neptune-ish, like undersea fantasy kind of ideas about it. It had also regular animals like giraffes. It had like a winged person, the sun and the moon together with some creatures on top, the ocean, and then it had like some like bony hands coming up from the bottom. So interesting. I actually did a short on it, so if you want to watch that. It's called The Peace Fountain by Greg Wyatt, and there's some information about it. I was creating a short, so I needed to make it under 3 minutes, so I didn't have time to stop to really read it, but I just wanted to show all the beautiful artwork that went into creating this bronze fountain. And we went there, and we were waiting in front of a Hungarian shop actually to get some Hungarian pastries. And specifically, I went there to get some pastries for Joe because very into Hungarian culture. There was a line outside, so we waited outside. We waited online for a little bit. It wasn't that bad. And then we got a couple of different Hungarian pastries, although I found out that it was bought by a Greek family. So they now have some Greek pastries coming in. They still have Hungarian, but they're now introducing some more Greek style desserts. And yeah, I don't know if it's going to change over. Best cheesecake I ever had, though. I had a New York style cheesecake there. So good. Like, so good. And I bought some stuff for my mom, and she loved it. I took her home. She had a great day. Yeah, so I'm going to see her again on Christmas Eve. I'm going to have Christmas Eve dinner at home with my family. That's my father's brother, Pippo, his wife, Sara, and my two cousins, Robert and Charlie. They're from one household, and then I have my Aunt Loretta and her son, Christopher. And then, so my mom should come over, and then we're going to have dinner at home. It'll be the first time they see the apartment. And then the next day, it's going to be Christmas, and we're just spending it at home because we just need a day to relax, open our gifts with calmness, just take in the day together. So we don't really want to go anywhere, even though I know my uncle, my uncle and my aunt are going to say, oh, come over, we're going to have Christmas meal. I think we're going to skip out on that one. Then the 26th, we're going to my in-laws. Joe's staying over. He's going to a hockey game with his brother and his dad. And he'll be back Saturday night. So the rest of the week will probably be very quiet. And that's good because I need quiet. And I have a lot of plans and projects that I want to do. I think I'm going to save that for another video of how I am occupying my time and also how I'm bringing back things that I used to do to occupy my time when I wasn't on any of these apps and things, which is just recent. Like, thank goodness I haven't been on a spree for like 10 years. It's only been like 2 years. And yeah, so I'm already going back old school, but I'll talk about that in another video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.